Hi, everybody. It's FIBO Group, and you are watching to the Market Watch review. After the promise by the government to support local equities, most large markets in Asia-Pacific rose. This was led by a 2.7% rise in Taiwan. The Stoxx 600 in Europe is down 0.5%. This gives back yesterday's gains. The U.S. futures are more stable, but the CPI will not be available before the opening. The U.S. dollar consolidates with a slight downside bias before the June CPI report. Although the euro was above $1.00, it is still stuck at the trough. Yesterday's outside down day for gold was followed by a little selling, which pushed it up to $1,722, and then some bids were returned. August WTI fell today to $93.65, its lowest point in almost 3 months. Asian Pacific market. China reported a larger than expected June trade surplus thanks to the reopening of Shanghai. Trade surplus increased to $98 billion from $79 billion. This was due to faster exports than anticipated and slower imports. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand gave its second consecutive 50 BP increase to raise the cash rate from 2.50% to 2.50%, as many expected. It is the first high-income country's central bank to raise its policy rate beyond neutral. In what appears to still be constructive price action, the dollar is consolidating against yen. Although the Australian dollar managed to surpass yesterday's peak, it is now consolidating. Market of Europe. According to the latest Bloomberg surveys, economists are more likely to predict a Eurozone recession. The median response in the June and May surveys predicted a 30% chance that there would be a recession within the next 12 months. The chance now stands at 4 to 5%. Although the euro is still above parity, it is only barely. Yesterday's probe saw it fall to $1.0075. It looks still vulnerable. The UK May GDP surprise was unexpectedly positive. This is something that has not been possible in recent times. The economy grew by 0.5% in May, which was well above the 0.1% forecast. Yesterday, sterling dropped to a 2-year low. This was slightly more than $1.18. Yesterday, sterling made a modest recovery and is now at $1.1935. Market of America. Today's agenda is dominated by the Bank of Canada meeting and a U.S. June CPI. The FOMC will not make the June CPI a key factor in its September decision. Although headline inflation receives much attention, Fed Chair Powell stated that the core measure provides a better indicator of where headline inflation is heading. Today's 75 BP increase from the Bank of Canada has been discounted by the market. This will be the fourth increase in the cycle, which began in March with a 25 BP move and then 2 half-point moves. The greenback is consolidating in relation to the Canadian dollar and is trading within a narrow range of CAD 1.30. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.